I'm trying to improve my enunciation, pronunciation, and overall speaking voice by reading from Oscar Wilde's The Picture of Dorian Gray, uncensored version, out loud for 3 minutes. In the last part, we learned that the man in Basil's painting is named Dorian Gray, and Lord Henry was about to ask Basil a question. And my allergies are gone. Here we go. "What is that?" asked Basil Hallward, keeping his eyes fixed on the ground. "You know quite well. I do not, Harry." "Well, I will tell you what it is." "Please don't." "I must. I want you to explain to me why you won't exhibit Dorian Gray's picture." "I want the real reason." "I told you the real reason." "No, you did not. You said it was because there was too much of yourself in it. Now, that is childish." "Harry," said Basil Hallward, looking him straight in the face, "every portrait that is painted with feeling is a portrait of the artist, not of the sitter. The sitter is merely the accident, the occasion. It is not he who is revealed by the painter. It is rather the painter who, on the colored canvas, reveals himself. The reason I will not exhibit this picture is that I'm afraid that I have shown with it the secret of my own soul." Lord Harry laughed. "And what is that?" he asked. "I will tell you," said Hallward, and an expression of perplexity came over his face. "I am all expectation, Basil," murmured his companion, looking at him. "Oh, there is really very little to tell, Harry," answered the young painter, "and I am afraid you will hardly understand it. Perhaps you will hardly believe it." Lord Henry smiled and, leaning down, plucked a pink-petaled daisy from the grass and examined it. "I am quite sure I will understand it," he replied, gazing intently at the little golden white feathered disc. "And I can believe anything, provided that it is incredible." The wind shook some blossoms from the trees, and the heavy lilac blooms, with their clustering stars, moved to and fro in the languid air. A grasshopper began to chirrup in the grass, and a long thin dragonfly floated by on its brown gauze wings. Lord Henry felt as if he could hear Basil Hallward's heart beating, and he wondered what was coming. "Well, this is incredible," repeated Hallward, rather bitterly. "Incredible to me at times. I don't know what it means. The story is simply this. 2 months ago, I went to a crush at Lady Brandon's. You know we poor painters have to show ourselves in society from time to time, just to remind the public that we are not savages. With an evening coat and a white tie, as you told me once, anybody, even a stockbroker, can gain a reputation for being civilized. Well, after I had been in the room about 10 minutes, talking to huge overdressed dowagers and tedious academicians, I suddenly became conscious that something was looking at me. I turned halfway around and saw Dorian Gray for the first time. When our eyes met, I felt that I was growing pale. A curious instinct, and that's part 4. I'm not doing this on the weekend, so come back on Monday for part 5.